Belfast. It's a fine, fine exhibit, there's no doubt about it. If you combine those three things, the ship, the geology and the scenery, that's why it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it remains the only natural one for that. And I'll take this. How's that?
That's good.
We're here. Boys, you over there. Where do you... Yeah?
Fabulous.
Looks good. Boys, let's get out of the back of their
Oh,
picture.
you're okay, man.
Oh, we love it when other people we don't know are... We love it.
All right. 1, 2, 3, smile. People are always leaning back when they take photographs. I don't want my shadow in the photograph is the answer.
Okay.
There we are. Look at that. And if you're in Belfast, it's a fine, fine exhibit, there's no doubt about it. If you combine those three things, the ship, the geology and the scenery, that's why it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it remains the only natural one here. There's a spring there, so they had fresh water. The Irish language is lovely, it rolls off the tongue, it's very gentle. You've heard the welcome, maybe Cadmila Fulcha, 100,000 welcomes. Yeah,
right,
that's a very common way to say, you know, you're very welcome here. To say hello is Gia Gwit. To say the reply to that, Gia Bergwit, which means God. What we used to do with the Helen, you can imagine the old Irish cottage with a flat strip and clay floor. Come to winter and it's wet, it's damp, everything else. Took advantage of that and they began to offer boat trips from the harbour out around this landhead in we're enjoying it. You can see right across the bay, and even from here you can pick out that Port Russia's two beautiful sandy beaches. You see one off in there?
Oh, yeah.
That's about 1.5 miles long, that beach. It's called the White Rocks Beach, and then on top of that you have the Royal Port Russia Golf Course. There is the Giant's Causeway. That natural pier extending into the Atlantic Ocean. They, thank goodness, we're not that busy, which is great, because when it's busy, it's just nuts. What we want to tell you is that when you go down to the stones, your access is not restricted here. So explore, have fun. The only thing I will warn you is this: we have discovered that basalt is very hard, very dense rock. And no matter how often we try, we can't get anybody to bounce very well. So be careful, we don't want you to fall because you will hurt yourself. It's really, really solid. Have fun, take thousands of photographs. Where the travellers were the English aristocracy. And they wanted to get out of their smog-bound industrial cities and look for the coast. More money, travel further. By then, the Causeway was already appearing in the world's great encyclopedias, which they had read. So they were coming to Ireland to see the basalt and the Causeway. The more money they had, the further they would taste to carry that home. We posted that home on your behalf in the Victorian era.
Wow.
Entrepreneurs.
Exactly, right? Oh,
so
man.
this is now starting to take shape. Not too bad now, you didn't look at photographs. It's a very old thing called Devil. They would fly over this and they look out of the airfield and you see Dracula. Isn't that Dracula? Story. Here, this time of year, very low tides. And what the thing with black stones are here, you certainly wouldn't have stood there, that's below the water. My family built this stage in 19... No, we did not. Isn't this beautiful?
It is.
What Folks, I was very blessed in life. When I met my darling girl, Rosemary, I also met her dad, a man called William John Taylor. They've been dead 9 years now in August, and I can't believe it. I still love him, and I miss him really dearly. On one occasion, when we were walking around the Giant's Causeway, he was 16. We stood here, and we admired. To go. Isn't this beautiful?
Right.
It's not what I brought you here to see. Please turn around. Look behind me and admire these.
Oh,
There's the columns of the Giant's Causeway, painted in 1739 by Susanna Drury. A few years later, the paintings are encyclopedias, and a few years later, it's only the force of the ice falling and the high tides that have manoeuvred them and left them where they are. And you can see how these ones have been pushed to be horizontal rather than vertical. So this is all. Up onto the causeway and away home to Scotland. So afraid that Finn McCool would ever again cross the causeway, he beats it into the sea behind him. I know what you're thinking. There's 3 outcrops, and they're divided by 2 wind dikes. The 3 outcrops have names. This one is known as the Wishing Well, the one in the middle is the Honeycomb, and the largest is referred to as the Grand Causeway. Now what I want to do for you at this point is give you that scientific explanation, do a little bit of the geology for you here. Would you like to hear that?
yes, please.
Hold you that. And we always have been and always will be the most beautiful. And that's my opinion, and boy am I biased. So that's how the geologist, the scholar, the wise and learned man would explain this. The other question is, Mark, how do you know there's 40,000 basalts? In the 1880s, Queen's University, their students did a field trip here, and they measured the square yardage.
Yeah, that's why I told you. I'm not going.
Now they're riding along happily on tidal waves of lava and magma. And then when they do start to pull apart, they can tell from the Earth's surface.
Dory. Like Dory. Dory. D-O-I. No? No way. Look.
Actually, he's like, watch out.
I think it's the dog.